In the brutal, unforgiving arena of the insect world, survival is a matter of evolution's most extreme inventions. On the sun-baked earth, a lone warrior prepares for a desperate stand against an overwhelming force. This is not just a battle, it is a clash of evolutionary titans, a high-stakes duel where the victor is decided by biology's most astonishing weaponry. On one side, a living, breathing biological cannon. On the other, a relentless, swarming tide of ferocious predators. This is the story of the Bombardier Beetle versus an entire army of ants, a conflict that will be decided by a literal explosion of chemical warfare. The antagonist in this dramatic saga is an army of ants, a superorganism driven by a single, unified purpose: to conquer and consume. Their strategy is a terrifyingly effective one, built not on individual strength, but on the sheer, overwhelming power of numbers. They are a living carpet of destruction, a relentless force that flows across the landscape, engulfing everything in its path. Each ant is a perfect soldier, equipped with powerful, razor-sharp mandibles, capable of slicing through the exoskeletons of far larger creatures. They communicate through a complex network of chemical signals, allowing them to coordinate their attacks with chilling precision. When they detect prey, the signal ripples through the colony, and hundreds, even thousands, of individuals converge, creating a chaotic maelstrom of biting, stinging fury. Their swarm tactics are legendary, a testament to the power of collective might. Designed to subdue and dismember any creature unfortunate enough to be caught in their path. For most insects, an encounter with this marching army means a swift and certain end. But their target today is no ordinary insect. Hidden within the unassuming armored shell of the Bombardier Beetle lies one of nature's most sophisticated and volatile defense systems. This creature is a master of chemical engineering, a solitary defender armed with an internal combustion chamber. Inside, a specialized compartment deep within its abdomen. Two seemingly harmless chemicals are stored separately: hydrogen peroxide, common antiseptic, and hydroquinone, an organic compound. They remain inert, patiently waiting in their respective reservoirs. But when danger is imminent, a valve-like muscle contracts, forcing these two substances into a thick-walled, reinforced reaction chamber. Here they mix with a cocktail of catalytic enzymes, and the result is nothing short of explosive. The reaction is instantaneous and violently exothermic, causing the chemical mixture to heat to a staggering 100 degrees Celsius, the boiling point of water. In a fraction of a second, the beetle has created a pressurized vessel of scalding, toxic liquid, ready to be unleashed upon its enemies. As the first wave of ant scouts swarms over the beetle's body, their sharp mandibles probing for any weakness in its armor, the solitary defender initiates its incredible counterattack. The final segment of its abdomen is not rigid. It is a highly flexible, multidirectional turret. With astonishing speed and pinpoint accuracy, the beetle swivels this biological cannon, aiming it directly at the cluster of attackers. It can rotate its nozzle almost 270 degrees, allowing it to target threats from nearly any angle without having to reposition its entire body. This is not a blind, panicked spray. It is a calculated, targeted assault. The beetle precisely directs the jet of boiling hot chemical spray into the faces of the lead ants, turning their own aggression against them in a cloud of searing, noxious vapor. The accuracy is breathtaking, a demonstration of neuromuscular control honed over millions of years of evolutionary pressure. The discharge is not a continuous stream, but a series of rapid-fire, high-velocity pulses. With each pulse, a distinct and audible popping sound erupts from the beetle's abdomen, sound loud enough to startle and disorient predators much larger than ants. This percussive blast, created by the explosive release of pressurized gas, adds a psychological element to the chemical assault. The spray itself is a quinone compound, a toxic irritant that scorches and repels. The combination of intense boiling heat and chemical poison is devastating. The pulses are fired at a rate of up to 500 times per second, creating a pulsating machine gun effect that blankets the attacking swarm in a scalding repellent fog. This rapid-fire delivery system ensures maximum coverage while conserving the beetle's precious chemical ammunition, allowing it to sustain its defense against a prolonged siege. The effect on the ant army is immediate and catastrophic. A Elite attackers hit directly by the 212-degree Fahrenheit spray are thrown back in disarray. The intense heat flash boils their sensitive antennae and sears their exoskeletons. While the toxic quinones cause immediate chemical irritation and pain, confusion rips through the coordinated ranks of the swarm. The chemical signals that once guided their unified assault are now masked by the overwhelming stench of the beetle's defensive concoction. Ants that were once single-minded soldiers now recoil in confusion, their instincts screaming at them to retreat from the source of the intense heat and noxious fumes. The ground around the beetle becomes a chaotic scene of retreating. Disoriented ants, their disciplined formation broken by the sheer shock and awe of the beetle's explosive defense. The swarm, for the first time, hesitates. This remarkable defense mechanism is the key to the Bombardier beetle's survival. As a solitary insect, it cannot rely on the safety of a colony or the strength of numbers. It must face the world's dangers alone, against a foe like an ant army, which specializes in overwhelming single targets. The beetle's chemical cannon is the ultimate equalizer. It transforms a hopeless 1 versus 100 scenario into a defensible position. The beetle stands its ground, a lone fortress amidst a sea of aggressors, firing burst after burst from its abdominal turret. With each pop and hiss of its boiling spray, it carves out a zone of safety, repelling wave after wave of attackers. This is David versus Goliath, insect style, where ingenuity and extreme biological adaptation triumph over brute force and overwhelming numbers. The beetle doesn't need to kill every ant. It only needs to break their will to fight, and its explosive defense is perfectly designed to do just that. As the ant army finally breaks and retreats, their collective ambition thwarted by the solitary defender's astonishing power, the beetle calmly walks away from the battlefield. The encounter is over. This incredible showdown is a powerful illustration of the evolutionary arms race that constantly unfolds in the natural world. For every predator that develops a new method of attack, prey evolves an even more ingenious method of defense. The Bombardier beetle's internal chemical cannon is not just a curiosity. It is a marvel of biological engineering, a testament to the limitless creativity of nature in the brutal, unending quest for survival. It is a living reminder that in the world of insects, the line between predator and prey is often decided by the most extreme and explosive of adaptations. For more insane animal battles and incredible stories from the wild, make sure to subscribe and follow our channel. You won't believe what nature has in store.